Okay, welcome back to day 3 once again. As a part of 4th edition of online 5-day hands-on training program, mixed method data analysis with MAXQDA software. So, Gujarat National University, in collaboration with Law Teachers of India, we are conducting this particular 5 days program. And we have completed successfully last 2 days. And today, as a part of the day 3 program, we are going to talk about thematic analysis with MAXQDA software, a step-by-step guide. I'm not sure how many of you have basic understanding of qualitative research methods. But as a part of this particular program, I already covered what is mixed method research. Like I had given the overview of how one can combine both quantitative and qualitative. But in case there are any master degree students or PhD scholars, or somebody wanted to learn something about qualitative methods, like overview of qualitative methods. So you can able to see this is my YouTube channel. You can find it whether it's NVIU, whether it's ATLAS.ti. In addition to that, there is one video, session 1, overview of qualitative research methods. So as it's a mixed method research, I already discussed what is mixed method, but if somebody want to know what is phenomenology, what is grounded theory, what is ethnography, how to conduct case study, you can think of watching this particular video, maybe sometime. Second one, if you want to learn about statistical part, if you want to learn basic concept of statistics, I have a good number of videos on SPSS as well as Geomovie software. And these are the 2 sessions we have conducted so far. One is overview of mixed methods, and we already uploaded recording session, YouTube link. And especially this is a link, day 2 session, introduction to MAXQDA software. I request all those who wanted to learn something about MAXQDA, watching the day 2 session will be very helpful. Okay. So coming to the day 3. Now, day 3, instead of simply talking about what is MAXQDA, how one can utilize various features, we are taking the help of thematic analysis. As a qualitative researcher, we conduct one of the important data analysis technique, thematic analysis. Name it phenomenology, name it ethnography, or in general, if you do any research work, thematic analysis is one of the most prominent qualitative analysis technique. Right now, the objectives that you're seeing, the title that you're seeing, if you look at the title, I just want to take the title of this study, like some example, exploring workplace stress and coping mechanism among healthcare workers, a comprehensive analysis of stress levels, burnout, and organizational support. We are starting this particular session with this particular topic today, but this is going to continue for the next 3 days. As a part of day 3, we are going to talk about qualitative data analysis. As a part of day 4, for the same study, like looking at the 4th objectives, we are going to look at the quantitative study. So what kind of statistics, what kind of inferential statistics one can conduct by using MAXQDA. On the day 5, we are also going to talk about how one can conduct mixed method research. So instead of taking different studies, instead of simply talking about what are the features of the software, let's take some example, some case study, so that we have some hands-on practice. So I have a couple of research objectives, like to investigate the key factors contributing to workplace stress among healthcare workers in different departments, including ICU, emergency, and outpatient. To assess the impact of organizational support and team dynamics on healthcare workers, stress level, and overall well-being. To explore the coping strategies employed by healthcare workers and their effectiveness in managing stress and burnout. So we have a couple of objectives connected with the qualitative, and the rest I'll discuss in coming classes, day 4 and day 5. Okay. Now, this was most important part. As per the second day session, I have differentiated what is a quote, what is the memo, what is comment, what is a quotation. Those who missed it, I request to watch day 2 session. That will be very helpful for today at least, what we are going to do today. Okay. Now coming to the thematic analysis, what it is thematic analysis. Thematic analysis, one of the important steps, as you can see that name itself indicates thematic. As a researcher, you are going to identify different themes and patterns, and you are going to come up with some thematic analysis, and you're going to develop the theory as an outcome of your research work. But thematic analysis, it consists of number of steps, especially the concept given by Brown and Clarke. It consists of 6 stages of thematic analysis. The step number 1, mastering data familiarization in MAXQDA. Now, the first and foremost thing is that we need to understand what kind of data that you have. Without understanding, without familiarizing yourself with the data, you can't expect you to conduct thematic analysis as a part of your research work. So I'm going to explain every step in detailed manner. I can see some of the participants who are regular in my workshops. I'm sure you have attended my NBAO program, ATLAS.ti program. But today, I just believe that it will be different as compared to the previous workshops that I attended. It will be more detailed. It is more systematic. Maybe you should tell me at the last minute after completion of the program. So the stage number 1, that is phase number 1, mastering data familiarization MAXQDA. Let's take an example. Just open your data transcript. I request you all, please open the data transcript. I already shared the sample data sets. Name of the file is interview transcript 1, interview transcript 2, interview transcript 3. And more than 5-6 times I have shared Google Drive link. Even Dr. Kalpesh keeps sharing it. And still we get message saying that we didn't get the Google Drive link. So please check it out. Now, just look at this particular slide here. Familiarizing yourself with the data. How one can be able to familiarize yourself with the data? First and foremost thing is, looking at the interview transcript that you have, we need to read the entire interview transcript. It can be twice, it can be thrice, it can be 4 times, 5 times. As a researcher, you should know what kind of data that you have collected it, what your respondents informed you. Okay. So if you can able to go through that entire interview transcript, you'll get some kind of understanding about what exactly the responses that you have received. Having reading about the data, you'll get some overview. Getting some kind of overview of actually what is there in your research, what is there in your data collection as well. So how we can conduct the stage number 1, that is familiarizing yourself with the data. So we'll see step by step. Please open MAXQDA software. Open the MAXQDA software. First of all, please open the MAXQDA software. So whenever you open the MAXQDA software, you will get this window. Like last time, I'm not going to go slow. I mean, go slow in sense, whatever I have done in previous class, I'll go with fast. Okay. Now we are going to create the project. Just click on new. Just click on new. And we are going to give the name. And we are going to give the name as thematic analysis. I have so many files, so there's a reason. Project on what can say work stress. Like balance, work stress. You can give different names that you like it. I'm giving the name as project work stress. I want to identify topics. So I have given the name. Just click on save. Now we can look at my screen. On top of the ribbon bar, we got the title of the project work stress. And now we are going to import the files. So how to import the files? Yesterday we have discussed. You can go to import ribbon bar. Just click on text, PDF, and tables. I'm repeating again. In order to import the files, next to home ribbon bar, there is an option called import ribbon. Just click on text, PDF, tables. Text, PDF, tables. As I mentioned at the beginning of the session, I have already shared new sample data sets I will share the new sample data sets in the Google Drive link. You will find it in the Word folder. Name of the file is interview transcript 1, interview transcript 2, interview transcript 3. Either you can select one by one or you can select all together at a time. I have selected all files together. Just click on open. Just click on open here. Now you can see that I have selected all the files and I have imported it successfully. So what I will do, I'll just create a folder. So in order to create the folders, what we discussed in previous class, keep your cursor on this particular plus button and documents plus button. There is an option called new document group. Just click on it. The moment I click on the plus button, I got the new document, new group. So just keep your cursor on group 1. Just rename. Yesterday we have done 4 times. Okay. So name of the folder is interviews. Name of the folder is interviews. Okay. After creating the folder, either I can select one by one or can I select all together, drag and drop it individual files in the folder. I'll show you once again. Those who missed yesterday, please watch yesterday's session. We can see that we can organize the files. Okay. Now, at the part of the step number 1, what is our first step number 1? Familiarizing with the data. So we need to master that how we are going to familiarize the data. You might have seen some of the videos. Generally, they will explain what is each and every feature of MAXQDA. But if you want to conduct thematic analysis, we should know how one can utilize the best of the existing MAXQDA's features. Now, there are so many features, but at least as our time is very limited, I'll explain, to understand each step of the thematic analysis, 1 or 2 features. First and foremost thing is going through the entire interview transcript. Okay, I believe we'll spend some time going through line by line, word by word. Okay. Now, while reading the entire interview transcript, we can utilize a couple of features of MAXQDA software. Let's take for example, I'm going to go through the interview transcript. Like for example, first one, participant. Let me open interview transcript 1. I opened interview transcript 1. I started reading line by line. Now, while reading line by line, if you have around 10 pages, right now I've given 1/10 of the interview transcript. Imagine that you have 10 pages, 20 pages, obviously. You will have minimum 5 to 10 pages, minimum, if it is in-depth interview, right? So there is a chance that there's a possibility that you may not be able to complete reading entire interview transcript in a single day. Or you might be taking some time to understand, or you want to take in between breaks. So I want to know how much I've gone through that. So I want to know how much I've gone through that. So I start highlighting whatever I'm reading. Like for example, this is a participant and there is a response. I've gone through this particular text. I start highlighting with some colors. I started highlighting with colors while reading line by line, word by word. While reading line by line, word by word, I'll start identifying with colors. Second point, why the highlighter I can also use while reading my interview transcript. It is very important for me to keep my research questions in my mind. If research questions, research objectives in my mind. If I don't have research questions, research objectives in my mind, there is a possibility that I'm not able to identify which are the significant statements, which are not significant. For example, imagine that I'm collecting data from, there is a student, my student, Stanjin. Okay. So she collected data. And while she's collecting data, the respondent may not give exact answer or straight away answer. Every person have different way how they will give the answer. And you cannot simply say that, no, come to the straight point. Give me, I want only answer to this particular question. So what is going to happen? Your respondent start feeling discomfortable or may not feel comfortable to give the complete information. So we have to encourage, we have to probe your respondent to get more and more information. right? So there is a possibility that instead of getting 5 lines, you may get 10 lines of text. And some text may not be relevant to your research, may not be helpful for you also. But while reading the entire unit transcript, you should be able to read, okay, I'm reading this particular statement. Is it connected with my research objectives, research questions anywhere? If yes, okay. If not, I can delete it. Here I can delete it. Maybe let me highlight with some other text later on, once we complete entire interview transcript. At this particular point of time, I'm not able to understand how much it is relevant. Maybe after looking at the entire interview transcript, I may get some clarity, right? So I'll start highlighting some of the important points which are not related to that, but I should look at after a certain bit of time. Okay, so I'll use different color combinations. I'll go through the first one with the help of the highlighters. It's not coming that I have to use highlighter. Here, the main objective is that how best we can utilize the MAXQDA features. That is a main objective of this particular session here. So whichever is relevant, I'll put it in red color. Which is not relevant, I'll put it in green color, right? So I'll have some clarity. Out of 10 pages, how much of the text I can able to reduce it. Data reduction. Data reduction is a strategy before going for coding. Second important point, I also need to see, for example, you are the faculty or you are a PhD scholar. You are collecting data from, depends on your stakeholders, your respondents. They might be working women, they might be manual laborers, they might be HR people. Depends on your research context. You might be collecting data from the people. Maybe they may be literate, they may be illiterate, they may be living in a rural area, they may be whoever may be, right? But as you see, you have focus is you are collecting data. You have to see whether your respondent is able to answer to you for the question that you're asking it. Are they able to give the full information or not? But you won't be able to see whether they are using formal language, whether they're using good language, whether they are telling mistakes that they're talking about it or not. That is secondary. As a part of primary data, as a part of your data collection, your main objective is that you should get as much as data. You collected data. Now you should see that whether the sentence structure can be changed. So here we have options called paraphrase. Look at here. Look at my screen. There is an option called paraphrase. For example, I want to paraphrase. This particular sentence is not in correct format. I'm repeating again. I've selected this particular sentence. Selected this particular sentence. This is not in correct format. So there is an option called paraphrase. So paraphrase, if I select it, I can able to paraphrase. Let me, there is an option called on off. If you keep your cursor here, you can able to see paraphrase mode on or off. First, you need to on it. Whenever you on it, if you select particular sentence, you'll get one window, paraphrase window. Now, paraphrase, it can be done manually. You can also do with the help of the AI assistant. Paraphrase generally we do manually, and you can also take the help of AI assistant if you want to get best paraphrasing part. For example, I select this particular sentence. Let me take the help of AI assistant. Now, the moment I click on the AI assistant, it started asking, I need to go for signing. I'm sure all of you are following with me. I'm not sure how many of you are practicing along with me, how many of you are using laptop or PC. If not today, maybe sometime you can practice it. If you start working, then only you can you'll remember the points. Okay. So here, the moment I click on the AI assistant, it is asking I need to sign in. Just click on sign in. Now here we need to create account. Here we need to create account. Those who have created account, I'm not sure you have created account. Just click on sign up. Just click on sign up here. And you need to log in. And it will ask you to give your password. While giving the password, please ensure that you are going to give one capital letter, one small letter, special characters. I think it should be minimum 8. I'll give 30 seconds time. Please click on sign up. and create the account. I request you all. Sign up process will take hardly 30 seconds. Those who do the sign up, just ensure that you'll click on remember so that it won't ask you again. I believe that as you are using your own personal laptop or PC, just save the password, because in coming few minutes, you start using frequently. Every time it will ask you to go for sign up. So that is, sign in. So just ensure that you're going to click on remember the password. Shall I go ahead? Are you able to sign up? Somebody can. Any expressions? Anybody can send your complaint. Yes. Thank you, Professor Deepa. Okay. Just click on. It is asking language. Which language you want to paraphrase it? You can look at the language. Right now, MAXQDA is supporting English language, German language, Arabic, Chinese, and you can also see Hindi language. You can see, we don't have original languages, but you can see Hindi language, national languages we have it. So right now we're going with English, and it is asking whether you want to give the short paraphrase, medium paraphrase, long paraphrase. You can choose the option that you want for it. You can choose the option whether you want to have long sentence, whether you want to have medium level or short. You can decide which one you want to have it. Let me go with the long. Just click on OK. You can see that with the help of AI assistant, it is going to paraphrase the entire sentence. A short breaks and colleagues support aid coping, but stress can still become more overwhelming. If you want to accept it, just simply click on OK. Right now, we haven't done the coding part. I don't want to do it. I just want to show that how this particular feature can be utilized. Right now, I'm not accepting it. Just click on OK. I'll repeat once again how to use the paraphrase feature. For example, I felt my respondent answer this particular sentence, but I'm not happy because maybe language or structure of the language, I want to change it. Okay? Because the informal discussion, one can understand. It is a conversation. So conversation, you want to make it formal. You want to make changes. So for that, there is option called paraphrase on top of the ribbon bar. Like as you can see that interview transcript. From last to second, there is option called comment. Paraphrase. Either you can click on this particular option. The moment there's a click on, mode on, you'll get this particular window. Then either you can do manually or you can take the help of AI assistant. If you want to take the AI assistant, you need to sign up and ensure that you're going to save the password so that it won't ask you again. Okay, this is the second option. So as a part of familiarizing the interview transcript, what you have done first one, we have gone through the entire text line by line, and we have taken the help of highlighter, then paraphrase. Another important part, I just want to understand what are the key words are coming, what are the concepts are coming from the entire interview transcript. So we have one of the important visualization tool. Name of the tool is Word Cloud. The scholars, those who attended my NVIVO ATLAS.ti, I'm sure you might be knowing what is Word Cloud. Now, I just want to prepare the Word Cloud. Word Cloud can be prepared for single file. It can be prepared for a single data segment. It can be prepared for the entire interviews transcripts. Let me go to one by one. Okay. So I'm selecting file number 1. Just please look at here my screen. I'm keeping my cursor on interview transcript 1. Right click. I got the option. Let me repeat. You can see the left side of my window, interview transcript 1. Either I can go with this interview transcript one left side, right click, I can choose word cloud. Second option, I can go to visual tools. Look at here at the top of the ribbon bar, there is an option called visual tools. I hope you're there with me. On the top of the ribbon bar, there is an option called visual tools. If I keep my cursor on if I click on the visual tools, I got a lot of tools, a lot of data visualizations. Here, there is one option, word cloud. There is one option, word cloud. Just click on it. Now, the moment I click on the word cloud, it's asking which file that you want to word cloud, whether you want to prepare word cloud for the documents, codes, or particular folder, particular file. Now I want to do the word cloud for the interview one. I'll select that particular file, drag and drop it here. I can do for one file. I can do for the entire folder. I can do for particular code, right? So we have good number of options. Let me go with first one. I have selected interview transcript one. Okay. You can see the instruction, drag and drop elements from document here. From here, I'm just dragging here. Okay. Just click on OK. Just click on OK. What you are seeing here, word cloud, whatever the document that you have, it visualizes the most common words in a text. So it is very ideal tool for us to understand, to familiarize the entire data that we collected, okay, in the form of word cloud. Now, just look at there are different options, how we can best utilize it. So first and foremost thing is that what exactly this indicates. It shows that there are different colors, and if you keep your cursor, if you hover your mouse on particular word, it's showing that it is 3 times, it is 6 times, it is 3 times, it is 3 times, it is 5 times. It means it's showing the frequency. If you want to understand better, there are two options we have. One is start tab, second one is format tab. If I click on the start tab, we have word frequencies. If I open this particular word frequencies, it opens the list of the analyzed words, the kind of words that we have it. It shows from the entire interview transcript, that is interview transcript one, what kind of words we have it. And you can see that there are a couple of columns like name of the word, length of the word, like for example, stress, STRESS. It consists of 6 letters, word length, and this particular word repeated 11 times in that particular interview transcript. The interview transcript that we have it, interview transcript one, in this particular entire interview transcript, the word stress repeated 11 times. There is just 1 minute. Yeah, here 11 times. The percentage is for the overall interview, for the entire interview transcript, it is giving the percentage of it. Okay. So it is repeated highest number of times. So it is ranked number 1. And it is coming from document number 1. Okay. So this is presenting word frequency. Next one, you can see that there is case sensitivity. Case sensitivity. It distinguishes between, like, for example, capitalized and non-capitalized terms. Like, for example, if I have EARTH, small letter, let's take for example here. EARTH. Now here, starting this capital letter here. Second one, EARTH. This one is small letter starting. Third one, EARTH. So it is going to consider every word as a different word. Every word as a different word when you look at the case sensitivity. It distinguishes between capitalized and non-capitalized, like earth, okay, as a 3 different words. Next one, you can also ignore some elements, like I don't want to see hyperlinks, I don't want to see email IDs, I don't want to see any hashtags, if I don't want to see any numbers. Okay, so there are a couple of options we have. Next one, we have lematize. Lematize means, for example, this follows, like for example, Go, went, goes. There are words like go, goes, went, I don't know, is gone. So every word is considered as a different word, like house, housing, houses. So if you want to consider altogether one thing, we have to go for lematize. Means it's exact match. I'll say what to say, stemmed match, stemmed. Okay. So here, with the help of the certain options, you can able to decide. For example, I don't want to see some options like right now we got the list which are having minimum 3 times repeated. If I go with 4 times, you can see that this particular term, this particular word is repeated 4 times. If I go with 5 times, if I reduce it, I'll get more frequencies. Minimum frequency. Now, let me show you another important part. How many words that you want to see? Whether you want to see 35 words, right now we have 35 words. Now I don't want to see certain words as a part of my word cloud. I just want to present in my at the initial stage of my research data analysis. There is a term like doctor. I don't want. There is a term word like TO2 because these are some of the words may not be helpful for me to understand. So what I can do, I keep my cursor on the doctor. I can keep my cursor on the doctor. Right click. There's an option called add to stopwords list. I'll repeat once again. I'm seeing that there is a word doctor. I don't want to reflect this particular word in my word cloud. Okay, because this is not making any sense. Like a DO, TO. I don't want to see in my this particular word cloud. Okay. There. These are some of the terms which are not making any difference. Like, okay. So in that case, some nouns, adjectives, if I don't want to see that. Doctor, I'll keep my cursor out there. Add to stopword list. Add to see that it is not visible right now. Like for example, TO2. Add to stopword list. DO. Add to stopword list. Now let me rearrange. After deleting, after adding certain words to the stopwords list, just click on rearrange. See that my word cloud is rearranged. Now, if you want to take this particular word cloud as a printout, if you want to export it, there's an option called export. You can download in the form of PNG format. You can download in the form of PNG format. Before downloading it, I want to show you how you can format it, how you can make it more beautiful. Okay, so there's one more option, format. I want to come up with different styles like shape. In terms of shape, I have options like circle. This is circle. I think this is vowel. You can see this vowel. Then we have square. Then rectangle. It's not making change. And I just want to, like, for example, my name is starting with A, capital. Okay. I want to put it like A. Just click after giving that word, click enter. Now you can see this is the word A max word cloud. Let me differentiate. I'll put it WO this time. I hope you are able to see that. And if you want to put any particular image, that also possible. Alignment, like horizontal 90 degrees, vertical 45 degrees. And if you have any requirements in terms of color, so color combinations, one can use it. Okay. So there are a number of options you can think of using it. There is no end for these options because I need to cover so many important other options. So think about it. There are a couple of options like scale by frequency, size by frequency, most frequent larger, most frequent smaller, smaller. So just go on rearrange. Now I can take printout of it. I will You can do this. Just go to this format, click on export. Now you can download as a PNG format, and wherever you want to paste it in your file, PDF page, your PhD research work, wherever you want to keep it, you can keep it. Okay. Now, just let me close this one. I'm just closing it. Just close this as well. So as a part of familiarizing, there are a number of options, but we need to cover 6 stages of the thematic analysis. So what are the 3 important things we have discussed? One is going through the entire interview transcript. Point number 1, that is understanding the entire interview transcript. Point number 2, highlighting the entire interview transcript with the help of the highlighter. And you can see it shows the entire document, how much you have gone through that. Because if there are 10 pages, I can able to go through today only 5 pages. Maybe after 2 hours, I want to read. So I'll understand that, okay, this much I have gone through that. Okay, that way also is going to help. Second way is also going to help you to understand whether the text that you got it, how much is relevant, or how much it is significant, or how much is connected with the research questions, research objectives. So that way also is going to help you. Third one, we have done with the paraphrase. Okay, paraphrase with the help of the AI assistant, we have done it. Then the fourth one, we have done with the help of the word cloud. There are a couple of options like word trends. We can do that similar line. Without discussing much, let me show you how to do it. Word trends, whether you want to do it with a single document or multiple documents. Let me go with multiple documents. Word trends. So here I'm going to select documents. I'll select document number 1 and document number 2. From each document, what are the words are coming? I can able to present with the help of visualizations. Okay, so it shows that interview transcript 1, this one, interview transcript 2, this one. And what are the most commonly occurred words? If I know certain words, like if I want to search any particular word, peer group, just click it. It's not there. Peer. So you're not, these are some of the terms are available, and you can use just like a starting format. There are so many things are available here. Okay. So there's no point discussing every feature here. Let's come to the next stage of thematic analysis. Most important step of thematic analysis. I just mentioned that some of our colleagues are asking, repeat it. I'm not repeating the word trend because there are so many features to discuss, but I have discussed 4 points to familiarize the first stage of the thematic analysis. Okay, so come to the next part. Stage 2, phase 2 of thematic analysis, mastering coding in MAXQDA. How we are going to come up with the coding as a part with the help of the with the help of the the MAXQDA features that we have it. Okay, what is coding? Yesterday we have discussed. Again, just not in that detail, but I'll discuss once again. Coding is the process of assigning categories to specific pieces of data within the text. It can be text, it can be image, it can be social media, or it can be your video. Okay, you can assign a number of codes for the interview transcript that you go through, that as many transcripts as you can go through, but you cannot assign same code for the same data segment. You can give a number of codes for the same data segment, but you cannot give the same code for the same data segment that you have. Okay, so let's see how to do it with the help of the MAXQDA software. We have a couple of features. I'll discuss one by one, like drag and drop option is one, best of them. And context-wise menu, that's one we are going to perform. And quick list, code favorite, keyboard shortcuts, okay, and VO coding, open coding. Okay, these are some of the important coding strategies. How much I will discuss? still there is scope for someone to say that some of the important features hadn't discussed. Okay, how much of strategies I may discuss, still somebody can say that still we haven't discussed some of the important points. So that is never ending. But let's come to the first one. Okay, now here I don't want to highlight it. Let me do it. Just undo. I've done undo means Control Z, so that it will easy for us to go for coding part. Okay. So what kind of coding you can do that? Now coding is required to go through the entire integrated transcript. Right? So we have done with the help of the step number 1. Now here we are going to go through line by line. As we don't have much time to go subject value, what we'll do, I will go randomly. I'll do randomly so that we can have good number of codes that will be help us to come up good thematic analysis as a part of our output. If you want to come up with good thematic analysis, we should have good number of themes, good number of codes, we should have it. If that has to happen, we should come up with good number of codes and themes. So right now we have interview transcript 1. Let me go through one by one. That's why I've gone through this. So we can see that workplace stress is something I deal with every day. In the ICU, we are constantly dealing with life or death situations. The pressure is immense, especially when there are more patients than we can handle. Sometimes it feels like there is no room to breathe, and we have to make quick decisions, which can be really stressful. Now, after reading this, as I mentioned again, for the first time, I'm just giving with the subject point of view. I can understand that this is something talking about stress-related issues, stress triggers. It includes about high patient value. Let me give it. Let me let me select it. I request all of you to please look at my screen first. Then you can do it on your screen. When it comes to the coding part, I have gone through this particular sentence, this particular line. I want to give the code. What is code? How? Yesterday we have discussed, and how it is different from the quotation, how it is different from the comment, how it is different from the what is the other concept we have discussed yesterday. Please watch yesterday's session or day before yesterday's session. Okay. Now after selecting this particular sentence, I want to come up with the code. So if I want to come up with the code that you want to give, it should be able to sense the entire sentence at this particular line. Okay. Now, after reading this, right click. I have selected this particular sentence. With the help of your mouse, right click. Now I got the list of the options. The first one is with new code. Just click on it. The moment I click on the with new code, I got one new window. It is asking what is the name of the code that I want to give it. I want to give the name of the code as work stress. Work stress. Work stress. Okay, this is the code I'm giving right now. So this is my initial generating the codes. This is the initial generating the codes. If you want to highlight your codes with the help of the colors, that is also possible. Like I want to highlight every color, every code with one color. That is possible. Just you can select it. And if you want to write memo, you can write it. You can write if you want to write the comment, that also you can write it. Right now, I'm not discussing memo. I'll talk about memo in the stage of 3 and 4th stage. Right now, I'm just doing coding part. Stage number 2 of coding in thematic analysis. I have given the word stress, work stress, and I have opted for the color. Click on OK. The moment I selected, click on OK, you can see that there is a work stress. I got work stress. I think there is a mistake. I want to edit is the edit option. I'm just renaming this code. I have done small spelling mistake. Work stress. Okay. I'll repeat once again what I have done. I'm gone through the second sentence. I've gone through the second sentence. For this particular sentence, I want to give the code. I want to give the code like life or death situations. Life or death situations. So this particular code that I'm giving right now, either you can get it from the existing sentence, or you can give your own class, based on your own understanding. But that particular sentence, the particular word that you're going to give, that should be able to justify what you're talking about it. I'm talking about life and death situations of my participants here. Okay. Now here, if I read this second sentence, here I can talk about. Sometimes feel like there's no room. We have to quick decisions which are really stressful. I can say that it can be some kind of emotional exhaustion, like emotionally connected with this particular problems. So I selected this particular sentence, right click with the help of the mouse. There's an option called with new code. The moment I select it, I got the new dialog box. Here I'm giving the code as emotional exhaustion. Don't mind if there are any spelling mistakes. So I'm just selecting some new color this time. Okay. Done it. Now you can able to see, if I keep my cursor here, it is showing that these are the sum of the text for this particular interview transcript. There is a margin. You can able to see that it is showing what are the codes we have done, which portion of the text we have done the coding, which portion. This is called code strips. It's showing that what I have done, which part of the interview transcript I have done the coding part. On the left side of the window, under the codes, it shows what are the codes we have done it. It shows what are the codes we have done it. Let me go to the second interview transcript. Just open the second interview transcript. I'm just reading the entire sentence, just because we don't have the entire, we don't have much time. So what I do, I just select again once again. So I just want to come up with this particular code, something like life or death situations again. Emotionally draining, like when patients are in critical conditions. Okay, now please listen to me. Very important point here. So here, right now we have done with the three codes. One is work stress. Second one is life or death situations. Third one is emotional exhaustion. Now, after reading this particular entire sentence, I felt that this is an interview true. That is second respondent. But the response is I just want to give the same code again, like emotional exhaustion. Context is different. The respondent is different. But I want to give the same code, emotional exhaustion. So what I can do, the moment I select the interview transcript, that particular sentence, with the help of the mouse, if I right click, there is an option called under the Vivo coding. It shows certain codes which we have done recently. Dear colleagues, I have done three codes. I'm going to the second interview transcript. And I felt that after understanding this particular sentence, I want to give same code which I have given earlier. That is emotional exhaustion. Okay. So in that case, after selecting this particular sentence with the help of the mouse, right click, under next to Vivo coding, it shows the list of the codes that you have done so far. Means recent codes, whatever we have done, it is going to display here. Like work stress we have done, life or death situations we have done, emotional exhaustion we have done it, right? Now I'm just selecting emotional exhaustion. See what is going to happen. Before selecting this one, if you look at here, frequency, I don't know whether I can call it frequency. It's not frequency. Like one data segment, for every code, we have one data segment. Now, the moment I select second time, emotional exhaustion, you can see what is going to happen here. Look at here, we got it 2. Now, somebody can ask me, sir, what is this 2? I'm keeping my cursor on 2, double click on it. Let me repeat. I'm keeping my cursor on 2, just double click on it. I got one new window. It is nothing but the data segment. It is showing that what kind of a code from which file it is coming from, like document. This is a document group. We have only one folder. Name of the folder is interview, and we have two. Right now we are doing the 1 and 2. Till now we didn't touch the interview 3. Okay. So from file number 1, what are the codes we have done? From file number 2, what are the codes we have done it? Okay. It's showing the data segment, like emotional exhaustion. From file number 1 we have, from file number 2 also we have it. This is the preview, but if you open it, you can see the complete sentence or complete paragraph or entire data segment, for which segment we have given the code, emotional exhaustion. Okay. So right now, just close it. Now come to the second part. We should do at least 10 to 15 codes before going for the thematic analysis. That is the next stage. Randomly, let me go to randomly once again. I want to go randomly, but without reading this, very tough. So let me give, for example, here, I'm just giving new code like taking breaks, team support, taking breaks. Here. Next one can be, there's no deep breathing also. They can't able to take deep breathing. Deep. Lack of deep breathing. Deep breathing is fine. Color you can select. Now, I have done for this particular paragraph, I have selected 3 lines. I have done with the deep breathing, but I also felt that at a time I can give one more code for the entire paragraph, one more code for the same paragraph. In addition to deep breathing, I want to give one more code simultaneously. How I can do? After selecting deep breathing, after writing it, selecting particular code color, you can see that next to code, next to OK, there is one more option, additional code. Just click on it. The moment I click on the additional code, again I got the new code window. Here this time I'm going to type mindfulness. Mindfulness. So let me select once again one more color. Just go with next part. Just giving new code. Emergency department. Okay. Last, one more code. Workplace environment. Okay, we have done this code for the interview 2. Let me go to interview 3. Interview 3 transcript. I request you all please randomly do it around 10 to 15 coding. I've selected this particular sentence, mental health issues. Select any code, coping strategies. I'm giving you code. Coping strategies. Emotionally drained. Emotionally drained. We already have emotional exhaustion. You can see that by the time whenever I'm typing new code, if there is some codes are existing, you can see that it started showing me that there is already code with the name emotional exhaustion. Okay. The moment I selected it, I got number three here. Lack of support is another code. Lack of support is another code. Last one. Wellness programs. Need more wellness programs. Interview number one, we haven't done much coding. Let me do a few codings for the interview one. Here I can give no support for mental health. No support from the management, or you can mention no support from the management. Lastly, staff to patient ratio. Need to increase the staff. ATI. Don't mind if there are any mistakes spelling. Staff to patient ratio needs to be increased. You can also write more than one word, two words, so that you'll understand the context, what it indicates. So we have done the coding part. Okay. Before going to stage number three, that is thematic analysis, I just want to tell what you have done and what else can be done. I'm sure many of you might be knowing that there are two types of thematic analysis: inductive thematic analysis, deductive thematic analysis. What I means to say that uh, if you're doing inductive thematic analysis, we have done coding right now. What we have done inductive thematic analysis means we have data with us, we have interview transcript with us. From that interview transcript, what are the codes you felt it? You brought this codes like this. Okay, this kind of codes you have done it. But deductive thematic analysis, we have some framework in your mind. We have some framework in your mind. Like for example, if you are using John Rawls' theory of justice, you'll talk about what is justice, what is equity, what is fair distribution. So you have some concepts. So you're going to use certain categories as a buckets. And whatever data is coming from the interview, you'll keep that particular data under the buckets. Like for example, if you take Ahmad Sen capability approach, he'll talks about resources, he'll talk about freedom, he'll talk about opportunities, he'll talk about capabilities, right? Now, certain theory is guiding you. You in that guide, in that theory, you have some concepts are already there. And whatever data is coming connected with that theory, you'll keep and drag and drop it under the particular buckets. Right now, what we are doing, inductive thematic analysis here. I have shown you two methods. One is selecting the text, right clicking on it, and you'll go with the code too. That is one option. Second option, recent codes. Apart from that, for example, there is one word. There is one word, staff to patients ratio. Instead of selecting the entire sentence, I selected one word. I want to give this particular code. This is called Vivo code. Let me repeat it. Instead of selecting the entire sentence and giving new code, new label, I'll select only this particular sentence. Let me select. I'm selecting this particular sentence. Right click. There is an option called Vivo code. Vivo coding, whenever a scholar, like those are going to do grounded theory data analysis, we used to come up Vivo coding. So far, what we have done, open coding, like with new code means open coding. Vivo coding means you felt this particular term is sufficient. You don't need to give any kind of new label, new classification, new term. If I select Vivo coding, please see here, look at this particular screen right now. We have any code, we have any code with reference to pay. What is this? Staff to patients ratio. Is there any code with that? There is one code, staff to patients ratio needs to be increased. But now I'm selecting once again, only this particular concept I'm selecting it. With the help of the mouse, I selected this particular concept. Right click. See what is going to happen the moment I select Vivo coding. See this Vivo coding, we got it. We got the concept here. We got the Vivo coding here. So generally we do it when we do when it comes to grounded theory. Right now we're not going to much grounded theory data analysis here. So this is one is new code, second one is recent code, third one is Vivo code. Third option, fourth option, I can keep my cursor here. I can keep my cursor here. If I have some theory in my mind, if I have some theory in my mind, or if I think that, for example, this year I have some research questions like, how do healthcare workers experience stress in their workplace? How do healthcare workers perceive stress in their workplace? So what I'll do, I'll keep this particular question as a theme for me. Okay. I think we have done the part. Let me go with this. Step number 3, thematic analysis we are going to carry. As a part of thematic analysis, I should know how I'm going to categorize my codes. I got so many codes, but I need to club these particular codes under particular headings, particular themes. How I'm going to connect each and every code under particular themes. I can do manually. I can take the help of MAXQDA for performing thematic analysis. Let's see how one can do thematic analysis with the help of MAXQDA. Now, first one. Creative coding. Let's see creative coding. How we are going to do creative coding? Creating coding is basically is a part of exploratory. We are going to explore the kind of codes that have done it, and we will see how these particular codes can be collected, how these particular codes can be categorized. So what we'll do, go to Visual Tools. I request all of you to please come to the Visual Tools. I hope you are there with me. Please come to the Visual Tools. There is an option called Create Coding. Visual Tools. There's an option called Codes. In that we have Creative Coding. Just click on Creative Coding. Just click on Creative Coding. I'll repeat once again. We have fourth ribbon bar. Name of the ribbon bar is Codes. There is a first option, Creative Coding. Just click on it. The moment I click on the Creative Coding, I got Creative Coding window. I got the Creative Coding window. So now what I'm going to here, I'm going to select a couple of codes with the help of Shift plus down arrow button. or with the help of Shift plus mouse, I'm selecting a couple of codes. You can say that, let me select all the codes so that I'll understand how you can collect it. Have selected all the codes with the help of Shift plus, with the help of the mouse. After selecting all the codes, drag and drop it on the right side of the window. Drag and drop it on the right side of the window. I hope you are able to do it. See this, we got a couple of codes. We got a couple of codes. Now, I just need to organize these codes. How I'm going to organize it? Now, let me select, there's an option called link defined as a subcode. Let me select it. I'm going to organize first. I'm going to organize these codes. I started going through one by one code, like stop to. I started connecting this. Stop to staff to patients ratio is not good. So there's no support from the management. I'm just at the initial stage of my understanding. I'm trying to see connect with certain concepts, how they are connected. These two are same. So we can do merge. We can merge these particular codes. I'll talk about it merging part later on. So I understand that these two are same repetition. We can able to merge it. Staff to patient ratio is less. As a result, actually there's no management support. That's the reason they are facing a lot of issues. It leads to mental health. And it required mental health, as they have so many mental healths, it required some wellness programs. And wellness programs meant for creating some kind of mindfulness for the employees. Okay, then if they create good mindfulness programs, you can see that workplace environment can be changed. I'm randomly putting it. Okay, so how I'm going to connect it? I'm trying to understand it. Okay, deep breathe, lack of deep breathing is another major problem. So here, this particular concept, it should be reverse way. Let me delete it. Lack of support in terms of taking breaks. And if I want to on it, emergency department can be lack of support, lack of emergency department. Let me connect it. Okay. Then if I want to move any of the code, what I will do is I need to select this particular link. Continue. It's gone. Where it's it's gone. I need to create move. Again, I have to create new. I'm selecting again. Shift plus with the help of the codes. Let me activate all the codes. Not able to move. I'm just showing you here once again. Let me repeat. I'm just selecting all the codes. I'm activating all the codes. You can see that next to the code, there's an option called activation. Just click on all the activation codes. In order to create the creative coding, just select all the codes. Go to the codes. There's an option called creative coding. There's an option called creative coding. Now, with the help of Shift plus down arrow button or with the help of Shift plus mouse, you can select all the codes. Drag and drop it here. Drag and drop it here. I can drop it here. Now, I just want to see which codes can be first. I can able to select first of all. I'll try. Let me organize it first so that I'll understand how codes can be connected, how themes can be generated from the existing codes that we have it. So this is one visualization tools. After going through the entire text of the entire code, I'll try to see what are the codes we got it and what is the major code can be considered as a theme. One of the most important thing is that you can also take the help of the existing research questions that we have it. Let's take, for example, if I take how do healthcare workers pursue experience stress in their workplace? Here I'm taking healthcare workers. How do healthcare workers pursue and experience stress in the workplace? So I can take some of the research questions like what are the key contributing factors? What I will do, I'll create some new code. Key factors contributing to workplace stress among healthcare workers. Okay. Key factors. I'll select this particular text, copy, go here. I'll click on new code. I'll click on new code. Here I type it. What are the key factors contributing to work stress among the healthcare workers? So I have given this particular code. Let me select green color. So here I got the one theme, maybe one factor. What are the key factors? Now look at here, existing codes. Key factors contributing to work stress. Staff to patients ratio is very less. So that is one factor. Again, got one more time. No support from the management. That is one factor. Let me try to understand other research questions also. How do healthcare workers manage coping with stress? Let me create this also. How do healthcare workers manage and cope with stress? Select, copy. Let me select one more, create new code. Health workers, how they're coping up, how they're managing it. Let me keep it this one. I would have done with remove it. New code. Same thing, but I want to make it different color. One is green color, one is red color. So let me go with again my research question. What support system are available to the healthcare workers to mitigate the stress? What support is available? Okay. Let me go this here. Again, new code. This time I'm giving what support system available. Here this time, let me go with blue color. Okay. So this is blue color. One more option. How do healthcare workers feel about role of management? How do healthcare workers feel about the role of management and addressing workplace stress? Okay, this is one I have selected. Copy, go to this place. Again, I need to create new code. Okay. Then this time color can be orange, deep orange. Okay, click on OK. So we got one. Have missed any research question? Healthcare workers, how they perceive it and experience stress. So I just want to understand how they're experiencing the stress and how they're perceiving it. So new code. This can be purple color. Okay. Now let's try to manage the screen that we have it. Let's try to organize the screen. So we have first one, purple color. Then next one we have key factors contributing to workplace stress. Key factors contributing to workplace stress. Okay, this is one. Next, healthcare workers feel about the role of management. Healthcare workers, how they manage and cope with stress. That is one. So this is a third one. Support system, anything is available. That is fourth one. Okay. Now, just in order to simplify it, I've taken the help of the research questions. I just want to know the kind of research questions that you have it. There is one option. I can take the help of the research questions to see whether I can able to categorize my data under the research questions that you gathered. We have it. Okay. Now, healthcare workers perceive and experience stress. How they're perceiving, what kind of stress they have it. Frankly speaking, we haven't done serious coding. We have done the technical coding, not subject coding. But for the sake of, because we need to save the time, we need to cover more, right? So there is a reason we didn't go by subject value. Technically, we have done coding. So healthcare workers perceive and experience stress, mental health issues, okay, can be one. Then they don't have taking breaks. Taking breaks will come under coping pattern, okay. In what way support system required? Support system, if anything available. What healthcare workers feel about the role of management? Lack of support. I hope you are trying to understand. You are able to do it, some of you. Healthcare workers feel about role of management. What else they can do? They should have emergency department. They should increase staff. Patients to ratio needs to increase. Support system if available? No, there is no support system. So here, lack of support. So you can see that how we can able to categorize. Coping, feel about the role of management. Key factors contributing to workplace stress. No support from here. Patients ratio is more. There is a reason. So I can see that one is here, one is here. Deep breathing. They're not able to take deep breath also. Life and death situation. There are a couple of quotes are missing. Life and death situation. Where is that? Life and death situation. Life and death situation. Are missing? Okay, okay. Emotional exhaustion here. Life and death situation is here. Work stress is here. Okay. Look at here. Work stress. Life and death situation. Workplace is not good. So if you look at, if you can able to organize after going through entire code, the entire code text, I got some shape. Now with the help of the link, I can able to connect it. I can able to see that how this particular code apply code structure to your code system. Okay, it has come without completing. We got it for one code. For one theme, we got it. What is the one theme here? Support system, if available. Healthcare workers perceive. Look at here, it has considered as a theme, and we got it here under the healthcare workers perceive and experience stress. We got codes here. So here it is going to help us to generate. It can able to segregate the codes, and it can able to generate the themes. Okay. Now, if you want to do manually, this is with the help of the system. But if you want to do manually, what I can do here? Here I'm going to, like for example, I want to create new code. Just click on the plus button. I want to create like theme number one. Theme number one, okay? Just click on OK. Now under the theme number one, don't go by subject value. Under theme number one, I want to keep certain codes. So what I can do, select the particular code that you want to keep it under theme number one, drag and drop it on theme number one. Similarly, emergency department, drag and drop it on theme number one. So here you can see that under theme number one, we have codes. We can able to categorize the codes. But imagine that I just want to merge the code. I want to merge the code. Like for example here, there is one code, staff to patients ratio. Staff to patients ratio needs to be increased. Both are talking about same thing. See, at the beginning of your data analysis, once we complete your coding part, you may get 300 codes, 400 codes, maybe at least 100 codes, 150 codes. It depends on the volume of data that we have. So there is a possibility that certain codes might be repeating. Certain codes may be duplication. Now in this particular case, I want to merge the code. Let me show this. I just want to drag and drop it. And you can see that wherever I want to merge it, you can see if you look at my cursor, it is showing right side, there is a merge to staff to patients ratios. I'm just going to merge whichever the code I want to do it, I can able to merge it. If I click on it, you can see that this option called plus. It is already merged, plus button. You can able to see there's option called plus button. I can able to merge it. Now, next one, mastering themes and redefining the codes. When it comes to coming to step number 4, you are going to revisit entire coding system that you have done it. And please look at here. As a part of the coding part, you are going to revisit the entire coding that you have done it. Now, we need to redefine the codes, go back to the entire coding system and see if there are any codes can be connected logically, can be duplicated. Are there any duplicates? Like, let's say, for example, if I'm taking the help of emotional stress and workplace, I want to keep it under these two codes under one particular category. That is work at stress. Let me put it a simple example. I got the codes in my entire interview transcript, emotional stress and workplace stress. So what I will do, I'll keep emotional stress, work stress, and I'll keep one design, one theme that is called stress at work. Means I'm revisiting the entire coding system. Let's take, for example, once again, I want to reconsider certain codes. Emotional exhaustion. This particular word is seem more appropriate, like emotional well-being, workplace instead of workplace stress. So if you feel that I should revise, that is also possible in this stage number 3. As a part of stage number 3, we are going to revise the entire coding that you have done in the stage number 4. And we are going to take the help of code matrix. Code matrix, one of the data visualization tool, which we are going to prepare it, and it is going to help you to look at codes. For example, we have document number 1, that is interview number 1, interview number 2, interview number 3. For document number 1, interview number 1, what are the codes are emerging? For document 2, what are the codes are coming? Document 3, what are the codes are coming? And you can able to compare this particular document, what are the major codes are emerging? And you can able to compare between document 1 to document 2, document 2 to document 3. So that is also possible with the help of the MAXQDA. For that, we have to do it code matrix. Maybe you can find sometime. I'll be coming with a extensive video on the entire thematic analysis. Okay. Next one, once we complete this particular code matrix, you can also prepare certain memos. Yesterday we discussed in previous class what is memo. Whenever we have any analytical thoughts, as if you want to think, okay, this particular code, how it can be analyzed, how it can be connected with a particular data segment. If you want to come up further analysis, and for that particular code, for the particular data segment, you can able to write the memos. Let me show you how to do the memo. I know that I don't complete today. I won't be able to complete. For example, here, For this particular staff to patients, I can do memo for the code. I can do memo for the theme. I can do memo for the interview transcript. I can do memo for the entire document. Okay. If I want to do for memo for the code, select the particular code, right click. You can see there's option called memo. If you click on the memo, under this particular memo, I just want, okay, staff to patients ratio needs to be increased out of, imagine that there are 10 interviews. There are only 2 people mentioned about it. Imagine that there are only 2 people mentioned. I just want to know what about remaining 8 people? Nobody highlighted this particular point. Is it because the size of the organization is different? Are they coming from the same organization, all of them? If yes, why only 2 people mentioned this one? Why not? Maybe because their roles are different, their particular departments are different, sections are different. Why? Some people, they're saying that there should be more ratio as compared with the remaining 80% of the people. So I just want to explore further later on. I just write down some memo. I'll think about this particular memo here. Okay. And I can also link with the codes. Okay. Just the moment I close it, it is going to be saved. See here, it is a memo is here. Okay. Now let me show you for this particular text. I want to write the memo. Here you can see that insert memo for the selected text. What I want to write about this interview or data segment. And I can also organize it. Like here, you can see there are a couple of options will come. I have written something here. I can able to organize certain labels like it is something related to organization. I just want to organize all the memos in a particular folder wise. It is related to stress related. It is related to work-life balance, or maybe whatever the course. I can able to prepare certain folders. So under each folder, you can able to maintain the memos. That is also possible here. Okay. So this is one option. Code map is another data visualization tool can be created, just like creating code. And you can able to see how codes are emerging from each document, from each interview responses. Okay. And you can also see code frequency, like how we have done the word frequency. Similarly, for theme wise, for each theme, how many codes we are able to generate it. That is also possible. Coming to the theme number 5, as a part of the step 5 of the thematic analysis. Here we are going to review the themes with the help of the existing memos. While analyzing, I have made certain memos for the future research point of view, for future analysis point of view. So this particular, while reviewing the themes, I can able to come up with detailed memos for each theme. For instance, if there is a theme on work stress, okay, and I can write the memo to specify that it covers stress caused by factors like different kind of codes, workload, staff shortage, or pressure from the management. Now, this particular stage is going to help me the kind of themes that I got it. Whether I need to define the code. For example, here I'm talking about it. I'm coming with code like theme like healthcare workers' perceptions about management. Whether the kind of code that I have generated under this particular theme, are they able to justify it? And I'm going to define how these particular codes are connected with the theme that I have finalized it. If required, I'm going to refine the particular themes. I'll also look at the existing codes. If the particular theme is having 3 to 5 codes, overall, looking at this particular entire codes, I'm able to justify it. So I can able to generate code list. Like for example here, look at here on my screen here. I can import the entire code list. If I click on, I can export it. Sorry, I can import it. I can also export it. Right now, I want to export it. Just click on export. Whether you want to do it in a Word document, whether you want to do it in Excel document. Let me show you Word document. I'll save it on my desktop. MAXQDA project core system. Do you want to include memos? Yes. Let me show you what we have downloaded. This is the code list we got it. Like under each thing, how many codes we are able to generate it. Now let me go once again. I want to export rich text format. Insert memo. So this is one extension format. Let's go to the next one. There's an option called reports. There is an option called reports in the ribbon bar. I just want to import codebook. I just want to import entire summary. Okay. Overview of the codes. Overview of the coded segment. Let me show you one by one. I know we are late. Overview of the coded segments. So what is the specialty of using this particular software? I can able to see the entire coded segments here. I can able to create word cloud here. Okay, I can able to do further coding here. I can able to export in Excel this particular table, coded segments. See what I have done coding part. The entire data segment for particular code, I can able to go through in a single document, in single page, code by code, under which theme, from which document is coming, what is the theme, what are the codes we have. Like for example, theme number 1, we have coping strategies. Okay. Under that, what kind of data segments we have it. Don't say it, close it. Let me show you the code book. Only code with the code memos. I just want all. Just click on desktop, code book. This is not there much. Smart publisher, entire book, include memos. Next. Project. Just want to copy all the whatever I had done so far. Name of the file is project web stress. So it will prepare the table of contents once we complete the entire thematic analysis. If you follow all these steps, it is going to complete the entire thematic analysis. Like you can see that emergency department, what the data segment is connected, from where it is coming, which file it is coming, coping strategies, what was the data segment. This is going to help you to have everything in a single page so that you can go through that. You can see the patterns. You can see whether this particular data segment is connected with this particular emotional code or this particular connected with this particular theme or not. Whether this particular theme is justified. Emotional exhaustion, under that we have 3 data segments. So after reading these 3 data segments, I can define this particular code, or I can define this particular theme. Okay. See mindfulness. So what are the coding you have done it? Everything will be placed in a single location. This is the best part of this MAXQDA software, that you have it. It makes your work, instead of having lengthy papers, taking hard copy of it. We have merged, and there's a comment here. You can see we got the comment. Last, that is report writing part. Last step of the thematic analysis is reporting part. Now, when it comes to reporting your thematic analysis, step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, one can able to explain. When it comes to step number 4, 5, 6, it has to be done with the help of the data, the amount of data that I've gathered it. And there are so many tools are available with the help of the existing research work. Step number 6 is most important part. One can able to analyze by practicing it. We have to practice with the help of the data that we have it, the amount of data that you gathered it, and it's required a lot of time to go through entire interview themes, transcriptions, step by step. You can able to finalize it. Okay. So reporting is completely system is not going to do. I have shown you the code book. Till that time, MAXQDA is going to help you. Rest of the part, that is step number 3, step number 6, one has to complete by yourself. Okay. So this is what for today's session. And let me close it. Let me take a couple of questions if there are any. Okay, are there any questions? In the last, it was too fast. There are so many features which I didn't discuss. And tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we have so many things we have it. So that is the reason. But I'm going to upload it in my recording session. Please, you can check it out. You can watch it. Definitely, it will be. Right now, it is 8:40. It required another 1 hour to complete all the 6 stages. What I'm supposed to cover today. I given the overview. Maybe hardly 20%, 30% I have done today. If you ask me, frankly speaking. I request you all, please look, watch the recording session once again, so that you can able to get more clarity and you can able to follow. Tomorrow we are going to talk about quantitative data analysis. Like some of you might have gone through, might be good at using SPSS, Jamovi, like a JASP. But tomorrow we are going to use MAXQDA for conducting quantitative data analysis. So we're going to check it out how one can prepare the frequencies, cost tabulations, inferential statistics. Okay. I have always shared a couple of reading materials. I have mentioned that manual book of MAXQDA is available in the website. I have shown you that manual book on day 2. Okay, I'll be sharing a couple of books by the time every day. Check your Google Drive link. That's what I can tell you. Okay. So you can conduct workshop on spaces. If somebody invite me, definitely I'll conduct it. Yeah? Okay. So are there any options available for transcription? Yes. I'll transcripts. Are there any options available for tomorrow? We are going to talk about charts, transcripts, tables, and all. Okay. Pradyut, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. You might have seen that I have covered only 20 to 30%. It's a big software. If it is NVIO, ATLAS.ti, I would have covered entire thematic analysis by this time. But there are so many features which are very excellent. Okay. Okay. Any questions? If there are any questions, we'll take it. Otherwise, I can end the session. Today is Sunday. I can understand, but still I can see good number of participants. Thank you all for joining. And sorry for yesterday. It was sudden last minute cancellation. Dr. Kalpish, I think we can end the session, right? Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. See you all tomorrow.